I'm going to go through all the DLC we are expected to see in the final season of Black Ops Cold War and Warzone Season 6. We have the reveal, release date info, DLC for zombies, where we're going, some info on that, some events for Vanguard zombies. We have some operators here, Mason and Woods in a zombie form potentially, new weapons, maps, a lot of stuff to go through here in today's video. If you guys are new and would like to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that, and be sure to drop a like on the video as well. Let's first go through some expected reveals and release dates for Season 6. The Battle Pass for Season 5 right now ends on Wednesday, October 6th. Most likely this will be the date unless there are some type of delays. I don't think that's going to happen this time around. And of course, that means Season 6 would release the next day on Thursday, October 7th. So that is the expected release date for this season. That gives us a little over 3 weeks until the release date, 23 days to be exact. It's a decent chunk of time, but it will definitely fly by super fast between all of the new Vanguard stuff and then the Season 6 marketing. Usually for most seasons, we begin to see some type of preliminary marketing for the season about 2 weeks out. Then about a week before the season comes out, we get a gameplay trailer. Then the roadmap either releases that same day or the last Monday before the release date of the season. Recently, it's been a bit weird. Season 5 and the mid-season update had their reveals very shortly before the actual update released. Season 5 Reloaded didn't even have a full gameplay trailer, which did suck because, as you guys know, I always love to see some good marketing. It gets us hyped up. But it did kind of make sense as Season 5 Reloaded didn't have a lot of content. Maybe they thought it didn't warrant a whole gameplay trailer, but it would have still been cool to see some type of mini trailer. So hopefully they don't skimp out on that. It does seem like Season 6 will be a solid season with a lot of content across all of the modes. So I'm expecting a normal marketing schedule. And with the DLC for Zombies map especially, which we'll talk more about later on in this video and in future videos, of course, we're going to get a lot of teasers and marketing just for that, starting a couple of weeks before the season will release. With Firebase Z, Marauder, Toten, we had teasers for those round-based maps about 3 weeks before the season came out, before the map came out. So definitely, as soon as next week, we could be getting some zombie teasers. So be on the lookout for that. But now some actual content here. Here's what we know so far about the weapons releasing in Season 6. We have the FAL AR. Pretty solid weapon there. We're not so sure if it's the exact FAL we've seen in most Treyarch Call of Duties or if it's a different variation of the FAL, but overall, pretty solid choice there. We talked about potentially releasing a couple of seasons ago. That turned out to be a different AR added in the game, but it seems like we're actually going to get it here. Let me know down below, how do you feel about the FAL added in Cold War? Would you like to see another AR in this game instead? For the shotgun, we may see some shotguns similar to Modern Warfare 2's Model 1887's. Kind of crazy, iconic shotguns, of course. I'm going to put some gameplay up on screen just so you guys can see how good these shotguns are. Now, this gameplay is actually after the iconic patch. If you guys don't remember, there was a time period in Modern Warfare 2 where these shotguns, dual-wielded, were just the most powerful weapons of all time. Of course, that was patched. They were still pretty good in the game, just not as good. And of course, if they're added to Cold War, it won't be anywhere near what it was back in the day. The damage could be really good. The range would probably suck, maybe vice versa. We'll see very soon. We also have a new SMG, unspecified. Let me know down below what other past Treyarch SMGs you would want to see added to this game. We're also expected to see some type of battle axe melee weapon in the game, which is pretty cool. And leave your comments down below. What other weapons do you want to see in the final season of this game? This could be the very last chance to have a bunch of the weapons that you guys have wanted since the beginning of the game added to this game now. Obviously, they might still have some DLC weapons during the Vanguard season. I don't know how much support Vanguard will have, if they'll continue to do Black Ops Cold War, quote-unquote, Year 2 content in a sense. For past games, sometimes they do add content after the game's already been out for over a year. Modern Warfare, you're seeing new weapons added to that game, new MP maps as well. So we'll see if Black Ops Cold War gets the same treatment. So this might not be the last time to get new weapons or new DLC in this game in general, but Season 6, you know, you would want your weapons, you would want your stuff to be added in this final season. So leave any other weapons you want to be remade, brought back down below in the comment section. Now for some operators here for Season 6, this sounds really, really sick here. So there are some rumors being floated around, some leaks about a zombie Alex Mason and a zombie Woods. I mean, kind of crazy, but there are some leaks about it, and it seems like there is some type of zombies-themed operator bundles. We have a ray gun charm in one of them, a zombies-themed emblem, calling cards, pretty much everything relating to zombies, which is pretty cool. Now, we're not exactly sure if the operator itself, a part of the bundle, is literally a zombified Mason, or it's a zombified Woods, or it's just an Alex Mason skin, but with some zombies imagery in other parts of the bundle, which sometimes they do. You could see an operator bundle in the store right now with a normal operator, but they have zombies, you know, charms and zombies calling cards, and they just do this weird mix together. So it could just be that. But of course, I think it would be super cool to have zombified operators from the Cold War campaign from past Treyarch games. That would be really, really sick in my opinion. So let me know down below if you agree with me with that. Hopefully these bundles are referring to that, but we'll see very soon. Now, other bundles operators we might see here, Donnie Darko, a movie released in 2001, is expected to be added to the game. We don't exactly know if it's going to be a part of some type of event, or if it's going to be a one-off bundle, if it's going to be an 80s action heroes type of vibe where you have specific playlists and stuff, or if it's a Judge Dredd situation where that was pretty much just a bundle in the store and pretty much that's it. So we'll see what happens there. There's also a Ghostface operator expected to be added as well. This one I could definitely see being a part of an event, Haunting of Verdansk Part 2 potentially, or some type of Halloween event in October. Of course, Season 6 releases in the beginning of October. You have a couple of good weeks before Vanguard comes out to have another Haunting of Verdansk event, and of course have the Ghostface operator a part of that. Last year we saw operators from the movie Saw, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so hopefully they bring back a bunch of these horror movies here. Different characters from those movies would be really sick, and overall this Haunting of Verdansk event was super cool. I said this before, the vibes were really sick, the eerie nature of the trailer, even the roadmap had a super cool aesthetic. If they do that again this time around, I would hope it would go across all of the modes. Of course, we have zombies now with Cold War, so they could do a lot of different Halloween specific changes in that mode, kind of similar to what we saw with the holiday themed Jingle Hells mode, although that mode wasn't too enjoyable. It really was just D Machina with a holiday theme. You couldn't even do the Easter eggs or really anything on that mode. So if they do something similar this time around, hopefully it's a lot more expansive. It's really a major change. Maybe there's some crazy Halloween pumpkin wonder weapon, just something wild. That would be so cool to see in my opinion. So hopefully zombies is a bit more a part of this event this time around, and hopefully the event overall returns, because I thought it was a really fun event. I love Halloween. It's also a perfect opportunity to reveal Vanguard zombies, as I talked about in my recent video. Link will be down below to that. We're also expected to finally see the release of the Mason operator in Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. This most likely will be tied in with the end of the Numbers event. That's going to begin on September 21st and most likely will end right before Season 6 releases. There's going to be some type of revelation. Who knows exactly what happens with the storyline, but that will bring us Alex Mason into the game. So I'd expect his operator to release right at the launch of Season 6 on Thursday, October 7th. Now, for the multiplayer maps being added to Season 6, this gets a bit interesting and a bit more unknown than the other DLC we've talked about. We had rumors back in Season 5 about Plaza and Yemen from Black Ops 2 being remade in the game. I love those maps, honestly. I think they're super underrated, and these maps are really never remade like other maps. We see firing range in all of these different Treyarch Call of Duties, but Yemen and Plaza have really just been stuck to BO2, and for a lot of people, for newer players, they might not even remember these maps back from 2012. So to them, these maps might be completely new experiences. To them, it wouldn't even be considered a remake. It would be literally just playing a new map. And to the OGs, we haven't really played these maps in so many years, so it would also kind of be like a new map as well. So hopefully they really do consider bringing these maps to the game. We've also had insiders tell us that the BO1 maps Firing Range, Jungle, and Summit would be added to Cold War multiplayer. We've known about this info for a very long time now, before Cold War even released, and at this point it seems like it's just not going to release. Treyarch most likely wanted to do something similar to their Back in Black DLC update. When Black Ops 4 was first releasing, they had these 3 maps, some other maps as well that they brought into BO4, and they also brought early into BO3. Maybe they figured we're not going to bring them all again in Cold War. It's a bit redundant. I do enjoy these maps a lot. not super fun maps, but we've seen them remade way too many times. I'm definitely down to see new maps and other remakes we don't normally see in Treyarch Call of Duty. So if these maps are scrapped, it wouldn't be a big deal to me. If they're added into Season 6, I wouldn't mind as well. And unfortunately, right now, we have no info on new DLC maps for multiplayer. There probably will be at least 1 or 2 new maps. We used to have a ton of info on maps like Amsterdam, Echelon, other newly created maps for Cold War. Those maps are actually pretty good, so hopefully they do come up with a really solid 6v6 map for the final season of this game. Now for Zombies, there's a lot of stuff to talk about here. Of course, we know for sure that Season 6, the final season, will also give us the final round-based map in the game. They've been telling us since the beginning of Season 5 that they're continuing development on their final map in this game. They also recently confirmed that it will be releasing during Season 6, most likely again the launch of Season 6. Some people have said maybe Season 6 Reloaded. I don't think there's going to be a Reloaded update for this season whatsoever. If there theoretically were to be a Season 6 Reloaded, it would end up releasing the day before Vanguard comes out. To me, that doesn't make too much sense. Vanguard is releasing. I don't know if they would want to divert everyone's attention to Black Ops Cold War right before the entirely new game comes out, but I guess you never know. That very well could happen. I just give it a very low chance of actually happening. So the launch of Season 6, DLC 4. I made a whole almost 20-minute video going through DLC 4, what we're going to see for the map layout, the storyline, all of that good stuff. That will be linked down below. But in short, this map is expected to take place in Ukraine based on the red light, green light Cold War campaign mission. I'll put it up on screen so you guys can get an idea as to what this map will look like. Of course, with most of the round-based zombie maps, especially in Black Ops Cold War, Firebase Z's, Spawn Room, almost the entirety of Toten, they're based on exact areas of certain missions in the Black Ops Cold War campaign. This map, we don't know how much of this campaign mission will be in the DLC 4 Zombies map. We do know a decent portion of it will be there. With Toten, certain areas of that map were the exact same as that Berlin campaign mission in the game. So we'll see what happens here. But overall, this seems like a pretty good setting for the map. Of course, a lot of people have been saying a final map set in the Dark Ether would be sick as well. And there could be a lot more of a Dark Ether element to this map than ever before. It could be set in Ukraine, but also kind of half set in the Dark Ether as well. So that would be pretty cool to see. With the storyline, we know that Omega are trying to potentially get Zykov out of the Dark Ether to help them fight the Forsaken, which is pretty much this giant Dark Ether Elder God boss that everyone wants to defeat. The director of Requiem is expected to be revealed as well. Most people are saying that it's going to be Eddie. We'll see very soon. We also have this director concerned about Samantha Maxis's Dark Ether powers that are growing. That's another plot line as well. So what I've been saying is that DLC 4 seems like a lot of different moving parts here. A lot of different things will happen in this storyline. I do not think it's going to be a straightforward map. A lot of different events will take place. Super excited to see what we get there very soon. Also for Zombies, we're going to see the Death Perception perk machine added to the map, which is really cool. And there's also going to be one last DLC perk added a part of Season 6 and DLC 4. What could that be? Our original leaks were that the perks were going to be Mule Kick, Tombstone, Double Tap, and PhD. First, we got Tombstone with Firebase Z. Then we got Mule Kick with Toten. Then, with Season 5, we got Death Perception, which I don't think anyone expected. Now we have one last perk slot here for this game. Is it Double Tap? Is it PhD? Is it a combination of both? Is it another Black Ops 4 perk? Is it Widow's Wine, maybe? We really don't know as of now, but it's super interesting to see what they'll bring us here. Let me know down below, what perk do you want to see? Do you want them to create an entirely new perk like Elemental Pop? That could be cool as well. I'll probably have a separate video going through all of the different possible perk concepts and ideas we could see for this final perk in Cold War Zombies. Be sure to comment down below, leave your ideas there about what perk you want to see for the final perk in this game, any perk tier concepts you have, an old perk from BL4, an entirely new perk, let me know down below. And some more zombie stuff here. Outbreak is also completely done. We got our last new Outbreak map, Armada, with Season 5 Reloaded. For Season 6, it's kind of weird to see nothing for Outbreak. That might be a good thing to some people, a bad thing to others. I overall enjoy Outbreak. It's a pretty fun mode. I prefer the round-based content, but it's kind of sad to see no more Outbreak DLC in the game. There were rumors and theories for the most part about a third Outbreak Easter egg. That seems like it might not happen, although Treyarch never said we're done with Outbreak content overall. They just said that Armada was the final Outbreak map. So they never said no more Outbreak Easter eggs or events and stuff like that. So could we actually see a third Easter egg for Outbreak in Season 6? I don't really think so, honestly, because usually these Easter eggs are before the new round-based map. My theory was that there would be a third Easter egg for Season 5 Reloaded that would act as a prologue to DLC 4, similarly to how the second Easter egg for Outbreak acted as a Toten prologue for that map. That would have worked really well, but now we're already going towards Season 6, so maybe there is a DLC 4 prologue Outbreak Easter egg at the launch of Season 6, and then DLC 4 releases a bit later into Season 6. That could happen as well, although Season 6 seems like it's going to be a short season, so I can't see them releasing DLC 4 too late, but, you know, anything's possible here. That could be pretty cool if you guys do want another Outbreak Easter egg, and the Outbreak Easter eggs are sick. The second one, the Toten prologue, was especially kind of cool because even though the Easter egg was short, there wasn't much to it. There was a good bit of storyline that hyped us up and got us ready for Toten releasing the next month. So if they do that for DLC 4, use the entire Easter egg just to hype us up for that final round-based map, that could be pretty cool. I wouldn't complain whatsoever, but let me know down below your opinions on that. I'm personally leaning towards no third Easter egg and just the release of that final round-based map, but we'll see what happens very soon. That's pretty much it here for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know, what are you most hyped to see a part of Season 6? Some new MP maps, the zombies content, DLC 4, maybe some other stuff, the events, Haunting of Verdansk, the other cool new operator bundles. Let me know down below. There are 2 videos up on screen that may interest you, so be sure to check one of them out. Really do appreciate it, guys. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.